Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Penguin Learners. In last video I had discussed about French society in late 18th century. So this is the part 2 of that video. Today we are going to discuss about outbreak of the revolution. And here are the 6 subdivision of the chapter I had mentioned in my previous video. If you have not seen that video yet, then I will put the link in the description below. Okay, let's get started. So, today we are going to discuss about the second topic, that is outbreak of the revolution. So, how and why the people of France started a revolution? In last class we discussed about that the France society is divided into 3 states, that is first, second and third state. So the old regime society of France, we know that it had no power in the hands of monarch to impose the taxes. But why? Isn't he the king? Yes, he is the king. But to impose the tax, he had to call the State General. So what is State General? State General was a political body to which 3 states sent their representatives. So those representatives decide that how much will be the tax, who will pay the tax, and who will not. It sounds so democratic, isn't it? So what was the problem? The problem is that the monarch called the meeting like few decades ago, but then again the Louis the 16 again called them for the meeting. That day when the meeting got held was 5th May 1789. So as we know, 3 states was there. So each state called their representatives. First state sent 300 representative, second state sent 300 representative, but third state sent 600 representative, because third state comprised of 90% of the France population. Since the 10% population of both first and second state were consist of 600 representatives, means 300 of first states, 300 of second state is equal to 600. So the third state, which consists of 90% of population, sent 600 representative, but that was the problem. Why? The third state proposed a idea that each member can give one vote. One person is equal to one vote. But the voting pattern was one state is equal to one vote. Since first and second states were like same, you can say they were friends, the third state thought they will get majority vote and also will win. So there is no benefit for the third state peoples. So that's why third state proposed the idea but got rejected by the king Louis the 16. The time when the king rejected their proposal, the representatives of third state left the assembly with anger, frustration and distress. They walked out of the assembly. Also, one more thing to know, those representatives were not true representatives of the third state. The chosen representatives were only the part of prosperous educated class. People like peasants, artists, women, they were not count as a representative. No freedom to be a representative. So that was the condition. But after that, when the representative walked out of the assembly, they decided to do something. So they planned a meeting on 28th June 1789. They all met in an indoor tennis court in the ground of Versailles. and declared themselves as a national assembly. They also take oath that they will come up with a constitution, and with that power they will banish the power of the cruel king. So the leader of that assembly were the people like Mirabeau and Abbassius. Mirabeau was a powerful speech deliverer, and Abbassius was a powerful writer who wrote a pamphlet called What is Third Estate. That's how the people get to know a little bit about the revolution. Okay, let's see what was the condition of France during that time. Let's talk about the condition in the countryside. So, basically, that area were mainly of villages. It was the place where most of the agricultural practices being done, but it had a severe problem. The problem was the severe winter, which caused the harvest. The harvest got damaged. In last class, I told you how population was increasing day by day. So the prices of the bread started rising. Since bread is one of the most needed and common food in all around the Europe, so the rising price of the bread made people to panic. People did not have enough money to buy bread and maintain their family. So the people that's why started to stay in the line to purchase little amount of bread to survive. At that time also baker were also very mean. They were stocking up the breads without selling them or making it available for common people. So the angry crowd, where most of them were women of France, started to attack on bread shops. So at that time, king ordered the troops to go to the Paris and control the angry crowd. With that news, people got more distress about that news. So that's why on 14th July, the frustrated crowd attacked and destroyed the Bastille, Castle. If you don't know, Bastille is a symbol of despotic power of king. Means Bastille is a symbol of king's power. It is a huge jail. Whoever go against the king will make the people held up on that jail. So the people destroyed that symbol of power. Then again, a rumor started that a group called Band of Brigands tried to destroy the crops of poor peasants. So the angry peasants decided that before they come and destroy our crops, we should destroy their buildings and castles. So they started looting grains and destroyed the documents in the house of rich peoples. So after that incident, the fearful king finally recognized the National Assembly and abolished the taxes of feudal system by passing a bill called August Decree 1789, and the privileges from clergy and nobility taken away, and also abolished taxes called tithes and tiles, and also returned the land to the respective owners. The people of the National Assembly, means third estate, take away the black money from first and second estate peoples and cleared the debt of 2 billion livres. You remember how I told about that the France got a debt of 2 billion livres by for helping American colonies, 13 American colonies to get independent. Yes, they cleared that debt. So after that, France became a constitutional monarchy. We know monarchy means king's rule. So there is two types of monarchy: absolute monarchy, where all the powers in the hand of king. Second, constitutional monarchy, where king is the head but at the same time there is a constitutional power. So the National Assembly started to make constitution in 1789 and completed the first draft within 2 years, that is 1791, by taking the idea from the philosopher Montesquieu. They divided the power within legislature, executive and judiciary. So the power was with National Assembly. They were the one who making the laws. So this is the chart of constitutional monarchy. National Assembly has the power to make laws. They make the election, which was elected by active citizen. They were indirectly elected by the active citizen. They held election, but that was kind of indirect election and only elected by active citizen. There were two types of citizen actually. First, active citizen. Second, passive citizen. Active citizen were the one men, only men above age of 25 years and who pay the taxes equal to the 3 days of labor's salary. And passive citizen are the one like all the women of France and also some men who did not have any property. Passive citizens have no right to vote, but active citizens have the right to vote. So, this was the rules of the National Assembly. And here is the first page of the Constitution. Right to life, freedom of speech, freedom of opinion, equality before law. All these are natural and inalienable rights. Means all those laws were called as alienable, means that these rights cannot be taken from you, means they belong to each human by birth and could not be taken away. So here is the declaration of Constitution. Okay, it was the outbreak of revolution. In next video we will talk about France as a republic. Okay, that is for today guys. If you have any doubt about this video, let me know in the comment section below, and please like, share and subscribe my channel. And yes, don't forget to click the notification bell to keep updated. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.